Hey guys, it is Johann and welcome back to another free training session again. And today we're going to be talking about one particular subject that I'm truly passionate about, and we're going to be talking about how to get that fire back in your belly. So the reason why we're doing training on this, guys, is throughout the week I had people literally reach out from the age of 35 to about 45 asking me, hey Johann, how do you remain hungry or driven, whatever the case may be. And so I had a bit of dialogue with a few of these guys, and basically what it comes down to is a lot of people have lost their burning desire, if that makes any sense, to achieve what they want to achieve in life. And there are a few reasons why, which we'll talk about throughout today's training session. But more importantly, guys, we've got 41 people live on Clubhouse right now, so thank you very much for the guys and the gang for joining me today. Our community keeps on growing every single week. We are at capacity again, and once we've got some more infrastructure in place, we will be letting more members join our community. We are going to be uploading this on a Spotify, so if you are hearing it on Spotify, keep downloading it. Our numbers keep growing every week, so really appreciate the support again. And if you are watching this on YouTube, guys, if you can like, subscribe, and share this content with some family and friends, I'd be truly, truly appreciative. But today, guys, we're going to be doing something a bit special as well. We are going to be uploading this replay on Instagram, so all of our Instagram family and friends can watch this replay and hopefully get some value and hopefully learn a thing or two. So again, guys, welcome back to today's training session. So the question is what does it mean when we say, someone has fire in their belly? And I'm going to give you an example, and I'm also going to give you the meaning so you can put two and two together, right? So basically, when you hear that figure of speech when someone says, that person has a lot of fire in the belly, it means that person's got a lot of drive, passion, aspiration, inspiration, and they're always working towards a certain goal. So they're never just stale or very comfortable. They're always getting out of that comfort zone and trying to reach certain goals. And it really got me thinking, guys. I'm going to be very transparent. So last week, unfortunately, one of my work friends who's only 36 years old passed away. I don't know her quite well, but I have associated with her in the past, and she's only 36. And I was thinking about this whole subject throughout the weekend, and it really resonated with me that the message I really want to get across, guys, is that we only live once on this planet. And it's so important, my friends, that you try and strive and be different and try and achieve what you want. And guys, I definitely know it's not easy. My wife and I, we've been very blessed, quite successful in some areas of our life, but it's come with a big sacrifice, and we're starting to see that return on investment now. And now we're at a level that we can help others, and this gets to my other point. So how do you remain hungry? How do you develop that fire in your belly if you've actually lost it? So as a testimonial, I'm going to share it with you guys where in my early 20s to mid 30s, it was all about accumulating wealth or success, whatever the case may be, or even being healthy, just for the purposes of, my own life and my wife's life, if that makes any sense. But when I hit that 35 age, I don't know why. Maybe because I started, meeting people through church, becoming really close to my church and seeing what the community needs. My eyes and my mind started to open up and realize that there are so many people out there who genuinely need help, and we all have gifts and talents that we can help. And I believe from that day, my friends, is when the fire of the belly basically ignited to a new level that's absolutely scary for me in a good way. And what I mean by that is I've put really big goals in my life, and I'd say that at one stage we were halfway there. And then what I did was I doubled those goals. So I'm technically a quarter way there because I'm going to do something for my community on a large scale. And now that I've got that thought and vision in place, my burning desire has hit another level. So how do you, if you're watching this and you're thinking, how do I get my fire in the belly or that burning desire back? So just realize this, it's actually never been gone. And I believe, throughout the whole life, we go through challenges, tribbles, trauma. And what happens is we lose sight that we've actually got that fire in our belly because we get stuck on problems or challenges that we may face, if that makes any sense. But you have that fire in your belly already. all you need to do, guys, is rediscover it. So that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to share with you how you can do it. So number one, before anything else, is just do something for me. Think about when you were like 20, 21, you've just maybe finished high school, university, or TAFE, and you probably thought you had the world at your feet, right? The world was your oyster. Things looked big, everything was new, you tried out new things, you went out to different places, you might have had a few jobs in between, you're learning different skill sets, and everything was exciting. So you'd literally go to sleep and you couldn't wait to wake up and maybe try a new job or a new opportunity, whatever the case may be. And then what happens through life, which is common, guys, for everyone, is that we all experience setbacks, failures, and challenges. And something I really want to tell you guys right now is no one experiences life with no issues, guys. So don't use that as an excuse. Everyone's going to go through some sort of challenge. And always remember, whatever happens to you actually happens for you, which is a big, big difference. So what are my 5 tips on how you can rediscover that burning desire, that burning fire in your belly again, so you can live a more fulfilling life? And number one, it goes back to that first point, is you got to find a big why. Now, most of you guys and girls will have a why already, but you just don't know what it is. So maybe you're married, maybe you've got kids, maybe you've got elderly parents, whatever the case may be. That should be your primary why. It shouldn't just be about you, my friends. You should be wanting more so you can give more, but more importantly, your why has to be bigger than yourself. So again, with my example, it's my family and my church. Hopefully you've got an idea now. Number 2 is to set goals. I think if you've got goals in place, you've got a purpose, you've got something to chase, you're always going to achieve a goal. And it always makes me wonder, if you look at, say, a sheepdog in particular, a sheepdog is designed to, chase sheep essentially. Now, if that dog has a plan of attack, it knows how many sheep it needs to herd up, you'll see it work. You'll see it going to fully focus and achieve its goal because it has something to aim for. Now, most of you guys, my friends, if you're not really fulfilled and happy, it's because you haven't got any goals. And that's part of the reason why we don't move on in life, because we're also carrying a lot of baggage and trauma. The next point is how to find that burning desire to forgive yourself. I think it's so hard these days to forgive yourself and accept that we're all going to have challenges and troubles and problems in life. But believe me, guys, if you can forgive yourself, honestly, for all the things that have ever happened to you, your life is going to change, all right? So we all are going to experience setbacks and challenges. Maybe you've had a divorce, bad business partnership, I don't know, whatever the case may be. But whatever that situation has happened to you, it doesn't really design your future. So don't use it as an anchor anymore to keep you grounded or anything like that. Lift up that anchor and start chasing what you want. So don't, just forgive yourself, guys. That's what I'm just trying to say, just to be quite frank and honest with you too. Another thing you can do, guys, is this, and something that's really worked really well for me, is to associate with people who are at the level you want to be with. And what I've actually found, guys, is that successful people help people. And non-successful people will never help people because they're not successful. So unsuccessful people, unfortunately, live in scarcity mode. So, some can be wealthy, but it doesn't mean they're successful, right? But people who are successful, and when I talk about success, means they're happy, healthy, and wealthy, they want to help. And you've just got to have that courage to ask for help. And just to give you clarity, I'm working on some big projects at the moment, and I really don't know where I'm stepping into. And I've got some mentors who have done extremely well in their lives, and they're guiding me through. In fact, today I had a 15-minute call with one of my mentors, and he told me, hey, if you're going to go in this direction and you want to build your brand or you want to build this part of the business, this is what you have to do. And it's confronting, but it's needed. The other part you want to do, guys, and there's 2 more little points you want to exercise, is find a hobby that is not work related and that only involves you, not your family or friends, just you. So it could be running, gym, maybe it's jiu-jitsu, taekwondo. Do something for you. And believe me, guys, if you've got a hobby out of work, and that's not like, dropping your kids to the soccer or anything like that, but something for yourself, your life will change. So my space is I love to train 6 days a week at the gym. So we have a rule in place, guys, that my wife will not come to the gym with me. It's my space. No one else can come in with me. One of my best mates does train with us, but even then we're still training a bit separately, but we have a coffee afterwards, if that makes any sense. And finally, the biggest thing you want to do, guys, is set boundaries for yourself. So many people get to coach and meet don't set boundaries. So they're letting negative people in their life. And when I mean negative people, it can mean, literally your mum, dad, your spouse, or your siblings, whatever the case may be. And honestly, guys, you've got to choose the people around you carefully, and especially get a bit more mature in your life. So once you're in your late 30s, early 40s, and even to maybe mid 40s, you really want to be surrounded with like-minded individuals. So I have two communities, if you want to call it. So number one being my church. From a spiritual point of view and a business point of view, it's fantastic. I get to meet a lot of really enthusiastic, people that love Jesus. It's absolutely amazing for me. So that's like that's become my second family, right? And then the third thing that I love to do by myself, guys, is I love to associate with people I don't know. So usually if there's someone that's very successful, I know that's on LinkedIn, I'd invite he or she for a coffee, shout them for a quick 10 minute chat, and basically get to know them, see what they do, take some notes, and actually learn. And not just go there to praise them and all that kind of stuff, but I mean get some value out of that too, guys. And that's what you want to do if you want to find your fire back, my friends. It's that simple. And I usually say things that are simple are harder to do because we question that. If everything was so easy, why don't we do it, right? But believe me, getting your fire back is easy because it's already there. You just got to light that thermostat a bit higher, bring up the temperature, and especially one thing, guys, is get out of your comfort zone and keep setting big goals, because you're only here for one little trip, my friends, and there's no return. And like I said, my workmate, she's no longer here. I know it's brutal to say it, but she's no longer here, guys. So put that into perspective, that don't waste your time with negative people and start chasing your dreams. So my friends, that's all we're doing for today's training session. As per usual, if you need help with anything, please reach out. More than happy to be of service. And guys, if you're watching this on Instagram as well, I'd love to get your feedback. So have a great week, guys. And next week, we'll do another training session on Monday again. So thank you very much. Thank you to everyone in Clubhouse again. Take care.